Good morning.
Good morning, girls. Come on, Deb.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shaq.
Morning.
Good morning, Dr. King.
Good morning.
Good morning, Deb. Okay, girls. Now, does anybody have any questions yet? On any of the things that we have done so far? Nope. Okay, girls, then we can just start off with what we can call is okay, chapter number 8. And the heading for chapter number 8 is transducers, which we mainly can say as okay, just going to be as okay. On this chapter, we mean is okay, just going to have a brief introduction of primarily as okay, the components of the transducer, what some of these components here do, and then talk about as okay, what will be as okay, and ideal transducer for imaging and why. Clear? Okay, now we're going to have okay as a specific description of different types of transducers is going to just okay be discussed in I think that's chapter 14 or okay, chapter 12. Okay, so that's me. That's okay. Going to be the chapter where we will talk about different types of transducer. What are the differences in yes, okay, how they may operate and so on. So, and which transducer will be okay ideal for what kind of examination and so on. So, okay, so this chapter is mainly as okay the generally as okay concept of okay as what is it that a transducer is going to be. Okay, girls. Okay, but the J is okay. Differential account is going to okay come in chapter number 12. Okay. Now goes primarily as okay. Why do we need transducers? Now we can mainly say as okay if this is okay is your ultrasound system or machine, if you want to put it that way. Okay. We can mainly say that, okay, that's going to just, okay, be hooked via, yes, okay, an electric wire into an electric socket. Yeah. So what we mainly have is, okay, coming from here is going to be, is okay, what we can call is, okay, electrical energy. Okay. That electrical energy is going to just, okay, run through the electrical wire. Mainly is, okay, to the system. Clear? And yes, okay, from the system is this electrical energy. Still, yes, okay. You can say, okay. Let's just say that electrical energy is, okay, blue. So electrical energy runs like this from the system to this wire here. So that's going to be, yes, okay, your electrical energy. And just keep in mind, go that, okay, as this system here as a whole is, okay, will only, is, okay, run or runs on electrical energy. Now we have our transducer. Yeah. And what the transducer mainly is, okay, is going to do is that end our transducer, and that's mainly is, okay, something that we'll talk about later on. Is there going to be something which mainly is, okay, is going to change this electrical energy here into sound energy. Right? Okay, and that will be the sound energy that is now, yes, okay, going to travel into the patient's body. As we said in chapter number 6, there are different depths. Some of this sound energy is, okay, going to just, okay, get reflected back. Clear? Okay, so we still have, okay, yes, sound energy returning back to to the transducer. Clear? Okay. What we mainly is, okay, having the wire that, okay, runs from the system to the transducer. Well, okay, this is going to be, is, okay, mainly just an electrical wire. Yeah, and since it's an electrical wire, that mainly means that it can only, as, okay, carry or transport or for electrically, as, okay, conduct one form of energy, which is going to be, as, okay, electrical energy. So what mainly is going to, as, okay, happen at the way back is that this sound energy here mainly is, okay, going to, as, okay, be converted back into electrical energy. Clear? Okay, and all dependent upon, as, okay, we can say, okay, the amount of energy that is going to, as, okay, be carried in the system, okay, energy that returns to the system, yes, okay, that's going to, yes, okay, create our image accordingly. Further details about that in chapter 15 and 16. But what we mainly saw here is, okay, in the transducer, what mainly happened was that we had two phases. Clear? Okay, it's okay. Mainly it says, okay, when the energy comes to the transducer, and the transducer mainly, that's okay. Now let's okay, use the same codes as we did. Then we can say, okay, this was sound, no, sorry, this was electrical energy. But what happened was that, okay, that electrical energy was converted into sound energy. Okay. Likewise, well, okay, just opposite is going to happen when this sound energy is okay, returns to the transducer. That is going to, yes, okay, be converted back into electrical energy. Right, okay, because actually that's okay, the wire that runs between the transducer and yes, okay, your ultrasound system is just an electrical wire. Just like, okay, as the wire that, okay, as is connected from your system to, yes, okay, the electrical socket in the wall. Clear? Okay. Okay. So the main job of the transducer in this case is mainly as, okay, to convert electrical energy into sound energy and convert that sound energy back into electrical energy. Okay. Now what we mainly as, okay, call this phase here. That's mean is, okay, going to be as, okay, what we can call is, okay, the transmission phase. And what is it or what is it that the transducer does during transmission? It converts the electrical energy that it receives into sound energy, mainly so that that sound energy can be transmitted further ahead, right? Okay, and mainly as, okay, penetrate into the patient's body. But we can make as, okay, that's going to be the conversion of one energy to another that the transducer does during transmission. Whereas, okay, as we can say, as, okay, this other phase here, it is mainly as, okay, just going to be the opposite. Now this phase is, okay, that's what we mean is, okay, we'll call the reception phase. Clear? But what happens during reception? Mainly as, okay, that sound energy that mainly as, okay, reflects back from, we can say, as, okay, different, yes, okay, tissue boundaries is going to be received. Now that's going to be sound energy, but since you can say, okay, the wire between the system, sorry, the wire between, yes, okay, the system and the transducer is mainly as, okay, going to be a plain electrical wire. That's why that's going to mainly be the reason that it is not going to be able to, yes, okay, conduct other forms of energy. Okay, so actually that's okay to, yes, okay, be able to make use of the sound wave that reflected back. That sound energy has to be converted back into electrical energy so that it can be, yes, okay, conducted through the electrical wire back to the system. Did you girls get that? Okay, yeah. Okay, so let me just know, I can just go to the slide. So what we mainly can say is that, okay, yes, during transmission, okay, we can mainly say that, okay, yes, electrical energy is going to, yes, okay, get converted into sound energy. Right, okay. Whereas during reception, yes, okay, that sound energy is converted into electrical energy. Okay. And what is actually SOK going to SOK be responsible for? We can say SOK, these conversions of the energy. That is of, we can say SOK, the energy. Okay. So this conversion of energy is okay, is the, this is okay, one of the main jobs of our transducer. Right, okay. So what is it that the transducer has? There got to be something in the transducer that mainly as okay will be as okay causing this conversion from sound or from electrical energy to sound and from sound back into electrical energy. Right? Okay. So that's mainly as okay, that's mainly going to be possible, or we can mainly say okay. Let's do it this way. That mainly is okay, what makes the possible, okay, yes, okay. We can say okay, this conversion of energy by the transducer is possible due to what we actually as okay will call a piezoelectrical material. Okay, so what we actually have in the transducer is going to be as okay a certain kind of yes okay material that we mainly as okay just refer to as a piezoelectrical material. Clear? Okay, and then yes okay we can mainly says okay the characteristic of this piezoelectrical material here actually is going to just okay enable it to convert, we can say okay, just one form of energy into another. Now goes most of, you can say it's okay, your electronic gadgets that you have in your household have some sort of piezoelectrical material in them. You can see one right here behind me. Sorry. The electrical bulb. Because what is it the electrical bulb runs on? Is there anybody who wants to tell me what the electrical bulb runs on?
Electricity.
Electricity. Clear? Okay, so that's going to mainly mean that, okay, it receives electrical energy, right? Okay, but it is not emitting or it is not transmitting electrical energy. It is actually also kind of transmitting light, which is just another form of energy. Right, okay, so yes, okay, whether you have, yes, okay, a bulb with a filament. Okay, that filament actually is going to be, yes, okay, an example of piezoelectrical material. Because what happens that, okay, is when it receives electrical energy, what is it going to do? Is mean it's okay, just going to have the capacity of converting that electrical energy into light energy, and that's just okay how the bulb end up lighting up. Is that clear?
Yes.
Likewise, it's okay if you look at your stove. Now, if you have an electrical stove, you may actually see that, okay, as that's going to be, okay, this coil of a filament. Now, that filament is made as, okay, just going to be made up of a material. Or that actually is, okay, maybe something is, okay, in your stove. That, okay, as when it receives electrical energy, is going to convert that electrical energy into heat energy, and that's going to just, okay, warm up the filament, and okay, on top of that, you can boil your soup, egg, water, whatever. Clear? Okay. So girls, is not only in, yes, okay, transducers that we find piezoelectrical material. Anywhere where we can say it's okay that one form of energy is converted into another form of energy is due to some sort of, okay, as piezoelectrical material being used, because the main characteristic of a piezoelectrical material is that, okay, as it is able to convert one form of energy into another. Clear? Okay. But the conversions that we are going to be dealing with here in, let's say, as, okay, ultrasound physics is mainly as, okay, the electrical wire to the transducer, which is going to be the same electrical wire as, okay, goes from the transducer. Or we can say, okay, between the system and the transducer, that's an electrical wire. Okay, so since an electrical wire can only, as, okay, conduct or carry on or transport, if you want to put it that way, electrical energy. Okay, but we want, yes, okay, that energy to get changed from electrical energy into another form. That's why we have the transducers. So within the transducer is going to be, as, okay, material that we now made as, okay, generally as, okay, just can refer to as the piezoelectrical material. Why do we call it a piezoelectrical material? Because it has the characteristic, just like any other piezoelectrical material, to be able to convert one form of energy into another. Okay. In our case, yes, okay, during transmission, the piezoelectrical material mainly converts electrical energy into sound energy so that we don't electrocute the patient. Clear? Okay. But on the way back now. But on the way back, that sound energy is going to just, okay, be converted back into electrical energy. Why? Mainly so that, okay, as it will be able to just, okay, travel or be conducted through the electrical wire back to the system. Did that make sense? Okay. So generally speaking, yes, okay, that is what our piezoelectrical material is going to be. Any material that converts energy from one form into another would be considered a piezoelectrical material. Did you girls get that?
Yes.
Good. Now, ladies, okay, where are we? Okay, sorry. So we can mainly say that, okay, yes. Is, you can say, okay, any material. Okay, that has the capacity or ability to convert one form of energy into another. In our case, for ultrasound, which means said, okay, as we said earlier, that during transmission, that conversion is that goes from electrical energy to sound energy. Whereas, okay, during reception, sound energy is converted back into electrical energy. Clear? Okay. All right. Okay. Now, what we mainly as okay call this conversion of one form of energy into another form of energy, that is actually exactly what we call the piezoelectrical effect. Okay. That's mainly as okay what we call the piezoelectrical effect. Okay. We can say as okay, the effect that now goes mainly as okay just to be as okay. I mean as okay just yes okay abbreviate as okay piezoelectrical material to as okay PCT. Okay. So we can say okay the effect that the PCT has on a form of energy. That is what is okay. That's mean it's okay what we call the piezoelectrical effect. Now, what is that effect going to be? That okay, it converges from one form to another. Okay, so mainly as okay, this conversion here is mainly as okay a result of that's okay what we can call a piezoelectrical effect. Likewise, okay, this conversion here is a result of a piezoelectrical effect, which means going to be as okay. What is it that the or what is going to be as okay the effect of the piezoelectrical material upon the energies? Okay, so that's okay. For our bulb here, we can mainly say, okay, the electrical energy being converted into light energy, that is a piezoelectrical effect. That, okay, as this specific piezoelectrical material that they used in the electrical bulb has. Clear? Your electrical stove, okay, that heat energy, sorry, electrical energy being converted into heat energy. That is a piezoelectrical effect. That was the effect of the piezoelectrical material upon the energy, which means okay, it's going to cause a just okay change from one form into an other. Did you girls get that?
Yes.
Good. Now, girls, generally speaking, yes, okay, we can say it's okay, the piezoelectrical material can also be known as, now this is generally speaking, okay, ferroelectrical material. Okay, so what you guys actually yes, okay, will see and yes, okay, when you go to yes, okay, to your exercises in the chapter, that they actually is okay, use this word here instead of the piezoelectrical material. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. But this is okay, as mean you can say it's okay, a generally speaking, yes, okay. Another term that can be used for yes, okay, any piezoelectrical material. That can be used as okay, and you can say it's okay, any form of conversion of one form of energy into another. Okay, the terms that we will be dealing with when we say yes, okay, piezoelectrical material. Now, first of all, yes, okay, what kind of piezoelectrical material is it that they use in ultrasound transducers? Now, first of all, it's okay, the piezoelectrical material that is used in the ultrasound transducers. First of all, yes, okay, gold that is going to be yes, okay, synthetic. Clear? And what is synthetic? That is mean yes, okay, going to be yes, okay, something that is man-made. Okay, so not a material or not something that is actually yes, okay, found in nature as we have it. An example goes. You may be wearing clothes, right? Okay. Now, generally speaking, yes, okay, what are natural material that is being used in clothing?
Cotton?
Cotton. Clear? You may have heard of something, yes, okay, polyester.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Now, polyester, girls, yes, okay, is man-made. Okay, it's not a natural material. It is mainly as okay, man-made, because they say, well, okay, if we have to make sure that okay, as people are going to be able to just okay have 2,300 pairs of whatsoever, that's okay in their closet and their shelves and so on. So we have to just okay come up with okay as another material. Okay, cotton, that's what you got from that's okay from the that's okay plants. Okay, so it's actually a plant. Or if you say it's okay, wool, okay, yes, that's again, it's okay, natural material. Okay. Well, it's okay, it's not everybody who can, it's okay. There will not be enough wool, just okay, make you can say it's okay, sweaters for everybody. Or stockings, or mittens, or heads or caps or whatever you call it. So that's why it's okay, they come up with as some artificial material. Maybe a little bit cotton in it, but then they mix it with some artificial stuff, which is going to be synthetic. So mainly as the material that they use in ultrasound transducers is going to be synthetic. Clear? Okay. And the common material that they use is going to be what we will call lead, zirconate, titanate. And that's why that's why I mean just will use the abbreviation PZT for your piezoelectrical material. Mainly because goes the chemical symbol for titanate, for instance, is P. No, it's T. The chemical symbol for zirconate is Z. And goes it may sound crazy, but the chemical symbol for lead is not L. But actually is PB. Because the chemical, we call it lead, but the chemical name for lead is actually plumbum. But yes, we mean just omitted the B. Because the actual symbol for plumbum would be PB, which means just another chemical name for lead, just like the chemical name for sodium was natrium. For potassium, it was allium. Okay, so the common piezoelectrical material that is going to be used in transducer is going to be lead, zirconate, titanate. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Right, okay. But as we come across or talk about the piezoelectrical material in transducers, later on this may also be known as what we call an active element. So whenever you see the word active element, the main thing that you should just think of is that that's going to be the piezoelectrical material of your transducer. Okay, they may also call it the ceramic element. Clear? And or probably a term that we will hear a lot about, use a lot in chapter 12. Was it? Yes, or 10. It's going to be the crystals. So all these terms here are mainly just going to be, we can say alternative terms that mainly just means represents the piezoelectrical material of our transducer, which is mainly going to be made up of lead, zirconate, titanate, or we mainly just can abbreviate it, and that's why I said as P Z T, or roughly as just you can say PZT. So when you hear me say PZT, 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 what I mean is, okay, just will be just say, referring to is your piezoelectrical material of the transducer. But it may also be called as, okay, active element. It may also be called as, okay, the ceramic element, or mainly as, okay, just the crystal. Okay. Or whatever name it goes under, or whatever name you use, the main thing that, okay, as we will need to just, okay, understand is that, okay, it is the piezoelectrical material. And what does this piezoelectrical material does? It means, okay, it's called a piezoelectrical material, mainly because it has a piezoelectrical effect. Clear? What is that piezoelectrical effect going to be? That's, okay, the effect that it has upon one form of energy. Which mainly is, okay, it's going to be, okay, converted into an other. Okay, which for us, okay, for our transducers, mainly is going to be that, okay, yes, during transmission, electrical energy is converted into sound energy. And during reception, when that sound energy is, okay, comes back to the transducer, it has to be converted back into electrical energy before it can be transmitted, or we can say, okay, conducted back to the ultrasound system via the electrical wire. Is everybody clear upon that?
Yes.
Good. Anybody who has any doubt?
No.
Mhm. Any questions, girls? Any questions?
No.
Okay, ladies. And as I said, okay, now what I will do, girls, is I will, yes, okay, recommend all of you, yes, okay, just take, okay, as a show, as, okay, a brief look on, yes, okay, figure 8.1 on in your book on page 114. Do everybody have their books?
Yeah.
Good. Now goes. So we can mainly says, okay, now this is going to be, okay, a general, you can say, okay, build up of your transducer. It's a generalized structure of the transducer. So what we mainly have is, well, okay, that we mainly is, okay, we'll talk about it. It's going to be this fellow here. Right, okay. And that is what we call as, okay, the matching layer. Next is, we have this fellow here. Right, okay. And that's mainly as, okay, what we are going to call is, okay. Now, I just say it's, okay, the PZT. Now, when I say PZT, you should already know that, okay, this is the active element, this is the crystal. This is okay as your piezoelectrical material. Clear. So what is it that's going to happen here? That's maybe that's okay. Going to be as okay the conversion of your energy from one form into another. Clear. And then next is going to be this thing here, which we mean is okay. Just call the backing material. Okay. After which we mean you can say, okay, what do we have? Well, okay, yes, we have the. This is okay. Electrical wire. Or what your system means, okay, just calls the wire. But we will call it electrical wire because, okay, what we know is that, okay, yes, it's just going to be electrical energy going this way during transmission. And, okay, it's electrical energy coming back this way, yes, okay, during reception. Okay, which was okay, that's which in the PCT were actually is okay converted into sound. And where that sound is okay, meaning is okay when it came back during reception was converted back into electrical energy. Yeah. The rest is made as okay, just going to be as okay, what we can call as okay, the casing. So on, so on, so on, so off the transducer. Right. Which made as okay, just is going to be made of okay, says okay, insulating material so that you don't get electrocuted. Right, okay, by the electrical energy that okay ends up in the transducer. Okay, so in chapter, okay, not chapter, not in on page 115 on the opposite side, you mainly as okay will see is okay a long list of okay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things, right? Okay, but it's actually it's okay just going to be 3 things that we'll be talking about. Electrical wires and electrical wires, just like this here is an electrical wire, right? Why? Oh, that's okay. We'll go into an electrical socket, conduct electrical energy, and just okay, whatever should be attached to here. Yeah. So there's pretty much okay, no difference between this electrical wire and the electrical wire between your system and the transducer. You can also see as okay, this electrical wire here has a coring. Clear? Okay, and the importance of that is going to just okay be obvious just okay in a later chapter. Where we made this okay, we'll talk about as okay some other form of behavior of energy. Clear? Okay. But here is okay, the main purpose of this coring here, just like okay, as that the casing of your transducer has is that okay, as whatever electrical energy most likely speaking about is that enters the transducer won't be able to just okay electrocute you, so you don't get okay as an electrical shock. Clear? So actually that's okay, functionally speaking, as far as okay ultrasound physics, or as you can say the understanding is okay the physics of ultrasound And yes, okay, their relation to yes, okay, different components is just going to be yes, okay, the matching layer, the PZT, which we also call active elements, which we also call yes, okay, crystals, which we also call the ceramic, and the backing material, which also yes, okay, is going to be referred to as a damping material. Okay. So yes, okay. Another name for your damping material is, or backing material is going to be the damping material. Okay. Now girls, okay, let's see. So yes, okay, backing material. Oops, sorry. Backing materials, okay, also known as the damping material. Clear? One thing about backing material or damping material, whichever, yes, it's okay, the backing material is only used in imaging transducers. Is that clear? So what would that mean? That will mainly mean that, okay, yes, that non-imaging transducers, which we as okay, as I earlier said, okay, as okay, yes, okay, referred to as okay, therapeutic transducer. Does not have backing material. Is that clear? So a non-imaging transducer, which we can also as okay refer to as okay as a it's like as a therapeutic transducer, was going to be as okay a main as okay constructive difference between those two. Is that okay? Yes, it's only going to be your imaging transducers which have backing material. Non-imaging transducers do not have backing material. Right? Is that clear? Just God forbid, yes, okay, I forget mentioning it when we do talk about backing material. I already mentioned it. If we don't have that in, non-imaging transducers. Sorry, girls. Anybody you want to say anything? No? Nothing? Okay, girls. Just take a short 10 minutes break. Look at, okay, yes, piezoelectrical material, piezoelectrical effect. The piezoelectrical effect that the transducer has during transmission and reception. Clear? Okay. And okay, yes, when we come back, it's okay, we will start talking about it. Okay, we can start talking about it's okay, the matching material to begin with. Okay, why do we have that? Now, to understand the whole about that, just go back to chapter 6. If you still haven't read chapter 6, well, okay, yes, now would be a good time to revise chapter number 6. And okay, yes, just look at what we call impedance. Okay? Good. I see you girls in, should we say, at 10:15.
Learning how to plant corn with the Indians.
चलो अच्छा मामा तो चलो not there. Okay, girls. Let's see. Any questions before I continue?
No.
Okay, girls. So if we look at our transducer, now just keep in mind, goal that this is okay as a sidewise view. So we say it's okay, we had the matching there. Equal to that, do we have the DZT? Now goes primarily to just okay understand the function of the matching layer. We just need to just okay mention one thing for now for the PCT, and that is going to be that okay as the PCT. That's going to have okay as a pretty as okay high impedance. We can actually say okay that this impedance of the PCT is going to be as okay approximately as okay 20 times the impedance of skin. Now, girls, if you guys recall from chapter number 6, and that's why I told you, go back and look at okay as what an impedance was. Because means okay that was going to be as okay the resistance that the okay we can say it's okay sound would experience, which feels okay for your PCT say that okay, that was going to just okay be a very, very, very high impedance or great resistance. Did that make sense? Mainly because okay, the material, the PCT, it is a material that okay is being used mainly because the material that they use in the PCT has the ability to convert this electrical energy into sound energy. Clear? That was mainly as okay why we use this material here. Although we can say as okay, the adverse effect of that, or as okay, the negative effect of that, or the disadvantage of using is okay, this specific material here for as a piezoelectrical material was that okay, as it ends up having as okay a great impedance, which was 20 times greater than the impedance of skin. So if you just say that okay, just for example, that okay, as if your skin's impedance, that just says okay was 3 mega rails. I mainly would mean that okay, the impedance of your PCT. What could that be as okay, something like okay, 60 mega rails. Okay. But primarily as okay, due to as okay, this high impedance, which made as okay was the resistance offered to the sound wave. That high impedance mainly as okay, what I call actually as okay leads to that okay, yes, the sound wave would not be able to go beyond the PCT, and actually as okay would had got reflected back right here at this level due to that great impedance offered by the PCT. Clear? Okay. So this great impedance here is okay. That is actually as okay. You can say it's okay a negative factor of your PCT. But you can't really as okay do without the PCT because as okay you will have to as okay convert the electrical energy into the sound energy. Is that clear? So the thing that mainly as okay just came up is okay as how do we do something which is mainly as okay going to as okay act as okay because it's okay reducing this great impedance of the PCT, and actually it's okay allowing us okay that the sound wave is okay that are produced by the PCT actually is okay will be able to just okay transfer ahead or be transmitted ahead. And that is why they mainly as okay introduce this material here, which we call the matching layer. So the major function of your matching layer is major matching layers function is to reduce the sorry. It's going to yes, okay. To yes, okay, reduce the impedance of the PCT. But me is okay, you see, okay, this impedance is okay, that was 20 times skin. Is that make sense? Did that make sense? And mainly as okay, by doing so, yes, okay, actually cause that, okay, as the sound wave produced by the PCT wouldn't make a U-turn right at the level of the PCT. Because if that were the case, that pretty much, okay, makes this transducer here, you can say it's, okay, useless, or at least as, okay, unutilizable to, yes, okay, create any kind of ultrasound imaging. Forget about ultrasound imaging, not even going to be able to just, okay, act as a therapeutic transducer. Because the sound wave mean is, okay, or whatever form of energy was just, okay, being produced here would mean just, okay, make a U-turn because of the great impedance that it was experiencing. So pretty much, okay, as to counter that, or you can say, it's okay, reduce that impedance and say, well, okay, let's just reduce the impedance so that this transducer will be able to just, okay, transmit greater amounts of, okay, sound energy that it produces. That's why they introduced the matching layer as a component of your transducer. Did you girls get that? Okay, so mainly as okay, we can say it's okay. By reducing the impedance of the PCT, what actually happens is that it actually is okay. That would actually lead to that there's going to be okay an increase in as okay amount of, well, okay, it says okay here, energy that will be transmitted. Okay, rather than having it, okay, this great impedance here is okay causing that. So what this great impedance means is going to cause that, okay, yes, that the sound waves or any okay form of energy would not be transmitted by the transducer. Did you girls get that? Did you girls get that?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Mainly as okay, as I said when we talked of impedance. You can say it's okay. Max impedance is that okay, as you walk down a hallway, you see the door closed. But you still may have a hope that okay, well, okay, the door is closed, but at least it may not be locked. Right? Okay. You walk up to that door and you find it locked. You may say, okay, at least there will be somebody that's okay who can come with a key and open that door. Clear? But if that somebody calls you back and say, oops, I just dropped the key into, yes, okay, the Atlantic Ocean. You will say, okay, there's no way that this door here is going to open up now, right? right? Because you may as okay experience, okay, you can say okay, the most possible impedance or resistance that this door here now is offering you, just okay, go to the other side. Now in this case, as okay, to reduce that impedance, what could be done? That guy or person may call you back and say, okay, well, for our good luck, I just found as okay a spare key. Or we can say as okay, at least a key that is going to okay match the lock here. So I'd be able to open the door, right? And once that door is open, what is happening now? Yes, okay, you will be experiencing lesser impedance because now you actually will be able to just okay pass through or walk through that door, right? And you can say, okay, continue your journey. Mainly because it's okay, the impedance has been reduced. Did that make sense? Clear? Okay. So when they first, you can say, okay, when they made the transducer, they say, okay, this material, but what they might have experienced that, okay, as nothing really as okay was being transmitted. So then they say, okay, how do we undo this? We can't take out the piezoelectric material because that's going to cause okay, the energy will not be converted from one form to another. So this is the material that we have. We just gotta deal with it. But let's see if we can do something to just okay reduce that impedance. And that's when they just okay introduce just okay what we call the matching layer. Okay, now goes what we mainly as okay will be saying later on. Okay, what we mainly as okay will be saying later on as okay, especially as okay when we chalk off okay as our backing material. We can actually say now, okay, if we do it like this. So we say, okay, we had, okay, as our PZT. Clear? Okay, we then, okay, have the, we can say it's okay, it's okay, the matching layer. Clear? And okay, now what the main job of our matching layer was going to be. Well, okay, as it means is okay, is going to just okay, reduce the impedance of your piezoelectric material. But that mainly is okay, mean that okay, as your matching layer has an impedance that is going to be lower than that of the PCT. So the PCT here actually is okay, is going to have a greater impedance. Clear? Okay. We mainly said that okay, this impedance here is okay of the PCT was equal to 20 times the impedance of skin. And we mainly as okay, we'll use skin here. So we can make this okay, if this here is okay, is skin. Okay, this skin here actually is okay, is going to have okay, an impedance which is lesser than that of the PCT. As a matter of fact, it's also going to be have an impedance which is going to be as okay, sorry, lesser than that of the matching layer. Right, so we say okay, this here, that's okay, plus skin. Okay, So that's going to have, okay, it's even, yes, okay, lesser impedance. Yeah. But what we all say is okay, and it's okay, mainly having, okay, as our, what do we call that? Imaging transducers, right? Okay. We were had, okay, that's what we call the backing material. And as far as the, yes, okay, impedance of backing material and the impedance of your piezoelectrical material is concerned, they are pretty much very closely the same. Okay, so we can mainly, yes, okay, say that the backing materials impedance is going to be, yes, okay, equal to the piezoelectrical materials impedance. And what was that? That was me, yes, okay. In both cases, okay, that was going to be, yes, okay, 20 times the impedance of skin. Did you girls get that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, ladies, have anybody ever gone to get an ultrasound done? Good.
Yes, I do.
Those of you who haven't got an ultrasound done might have heard about it or seen it. Right, okay, or what you girls just, okay, will be experiencing as you go for your, yes, okay, you can say your practicals and all that, scanning. That they're going to just, okay, put just, okay, gel. Okay. Now, my first question will be, when we talk about gel, is what is the function of that gel? Why in the do they even apply gel? Why can't they just okay, use a regular transducer with no gel and do an ultrasound? Now, most girls just, okay, say about, okay, that gel mainly is, okay, makes it easier to run the transducer on the surface of the skin, right? Right? That what most, well, okay, you can say as, okay, that may be as, okay, one of the two functions that the gel may have. That it makes it easier to just, okay, run the transducer on the skin. But girls, as practically speaking, that is not the actual reason that they apply the gel. The actual reason of, okay, as applying the gel is that, okay, as this gel here actually is, okay, it further reduces the impedance of the matching layer. I mean, it's, okay, causes that sound wave that is, okay, reach from the matching, that's from the piezoelectrical material to the matching layer, actually is going to be able to make it from the matching layer to the skin as well. Okay, girls. So what we mainly can say is, okay, that comes between, yes, okay, the skin and okay, as your matching layer is going to be gel. And what we mainly can say is, okay, that the impedance of the gel is going to be, yes, okay, lesser than the impedance of the matching layer, which is going to be as okay lesser than the impedance of the piezoelectrical material, which has an impedance which is pretty much the same as the backing material. Clear? So what we mainly see is that, okay, as the sound wave travels from, yes, okay, backing material to PCC, well, here it's pretty much the same impedance. But that of, okay, as your matching layer has a lower impedance, that of gel is going to have an even lower impedance. That's okay. The impedance of, okay, as your skin is going to, okay, be even lower. And then after that, well, okay, then it's just going to, okay, be varying in impedances. But okay, here we don't really need to, okay, that means, okay, that changing impedance actually is going to, okay, be used for our benefit, because it's okay, the greater the impedance of any tissue that is, okay, comes off the skin, is going to, okay, create a stronger reflection, which is then going to, okay, appear more bright. Or for instance, okay, we had, okay, the tissue with a lower impedance. That lower impedance means, okay, that's going to produce as, okay, a weaker reflection. And that weaker reflection is just going to appear darker on our image that we ultimately, as okay, will produce. Did that make sense? So girls, that's okay, at the bottom of your page 116. What do you see? You see as okay a list of impedances in what we call as okay a decreasing order, which may as okay mean that yes, okay, we go from the greatest impedance to the lowest impedance. Yeah, although it's okay here, they mean it's okay said okay the greatest impedance of okay the components that the sound waves okay come across is the PCT, followed by the matching layer, followed by gel, followed by skin. But what we actually as okay we'll see later on that okay as the impedance of your piezoelectrical material is going to be as okay pretty much okay the same as the impedance of your backing material. There as many as okay just referred to as okay to the piezoelectrical material, but both of these here is okay have an impedance which is 20 times the impedance of that's okay over here is okay set skin, which media is okay is just reduced by the matching layer. Okay, but you can also say it's okay that is pretty much okay how the energy is okay travels from transducer to gel, from gel to skin. Okay, this means okay there are components of yes okay, or yes okay substances that the sound wave, yes, okay, comes through as it goes from transducer to skin. Okay, and as that happens, that's okay. There's the sequence in which, okay, as the impedances mean, yes, okay, just decrease. So remembering this table here is okay, is going to tell you not only two things. It tells you as okay, I give you as okay, the decreasing order in which as okay, the impedances is, or as okay, the impedances in a decreasing order. Okay, but you can also say as okay, after the sound wave is okay, after is okay, the energy has traveled the backing material, it will get to the piezoelectrical material, from the piezoelectrical material to the matching layer, from the matching layer, gel, from gel to skin. And what happens after that? Yes, okay. We would like, yes, okay, different tissues to have different impedances, because those different impedances mean is going to cause those tissues to produce reflections with different intensities, which are going to make some of them look bright, some of them are going to look dark, some of them are going to be very bright, some of them are going to be, yes, okay, very dark. And as those reflections, yes, okay, are put in layers on the image, yes, okay, you get a picture of, yes, okay, what it is that you want to, or what it is that you're scanning. Did all that make any sense? Okay, so I can maybe, yes, okay, just ask you, yes, okay, where does the sound end up after, yes, okay, passing through the piezoelectrical material during transmission? Now, during transmission, yes, okay, the sound wave will end up in the matching layer. After that, it ends up in the gel. After that, skin. After that, yes, okay, your deeper tissues. Whereas goes, please keep in mind that, okay, yes, during reception, if it says, okay, where does the sound wave end up during reception? After the matching layer, well, okay, then it's going to end up in the piezoelectrical material. Where does it end up in the pie after the piezoelectrical? In the backing material, and so on. Okay. But meaning as yes, okay, due to yes, okay, this further yes, okay, decrease in the impedance between yes, okay, the matching layer and the gel mean yes, okay, causes that more sound energy in this case is going to yes, okay, be transmitted to the skin. And okay, even yes, okay, at the level of your skin, yes, okay, we can say it's okay, somehow yes, okay, some of the energy starts yes, okay, reflect back to create yes, okay, we can say it's okay, the various okay, top or superficial layers of part of our image. Now, what we mean is okay, that are going to see beneath that is going to be as okay, different tissues with different impedances is going to produce brighter and darker shades. Clear? And I mean, it's okay, that composition of those shades put together is going to be what we'll call it, okay, what is going to ultimately is okay, produce the image that you are seeing. Any questions?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, girlies. Now, another thing that we may be talking about. For yes, okay, the matching layer is how thick is it that the matching layer is going to be? Okay, girls. Now, please. And okay, these dimensions here is okay, are going to is okay become important, especially is okay once we start talking about is okay the crystal of your PCT. Okay. Yeah. So we made as okay, that's going as okay, going to be as okay 3 dimensions. That would be important. Okay, and I would like each of you to be able to just okay differentiate between what these 3 dimensions are. Now, one is going to be as okay what we'll call the height. Don't walk away in the middle of class. Now, God, it's pretty much not, but we can mean it as okay this dimension here. That would be the height. Okay. Just like, okay, as if somebody is standing. You can see it's okay like this. And you see it's okay how tall that person is. That's because, okay, you are measuring his height. His or her height, right? Main is, okay, where's the distance from here to here? Okay, girls? So whenever I say, yes, okay, the height, this is what we will mean. Which means, yes, okay, where is going to, yes, okay, be the distance from the top to bottom. So we can say, okay, height is me, yes, okay, going to be, yes, okay, from top to bottom. Is there anybody who is in doubt about that?
No.
Good girls. Then we as okay can take as okay the next dimension, which is going to be this. Or we can say it's okay mainly like this. Okay. And we mainly as okay are going to as okay call that width. Okay, but if you look at this person here, you immediately says, okay, what is going to as okay be the distance from his shoulder to shoulder? Right? Okay. Or you can go further down and says, okay, what's going to as okay be the width from as okay around his hips, for instance, at any point. Okay. But we can may as okay say that side to side dimension is going to be the width. Clear? Okay. So anybody is okay standing up tall or short, all depending upon it's okay how tall or short they are, but that dimension is going to be as okay referred to as their height. You can say, yes, okay, the shoulder to shoulder, ear to ear, or yes, okay, hip to hip. Or yes, okay, even yes, okay, if they extend the arms out like this, that's going to be yes, okay, the width to width. Okay, or yes, okay, fingertip to fingertip. Could be yes, okay, the width. Did that make sense? So we can make it okay that width mainly as okay, that is going to be as okay what we call, or is going to be equal to as okay, we can say okay, side to side. Did you girls get that? Did you girls get that?
Yes.
Good. Now just trying to yes, okay, just talk about yes, okay, the last dimension, which is going to be yes, okay, what we can call, which we can't call it. So we are going to call it thickness. Now for that we made as okay, we'll need to as okay, switch this person here as okay, sidewise to be able to just okay, explain what thickness is going to be. So thickness goes, that is mean that's okay, that's going to be, that's okay, the dimension from front to back. Okay, girls. So when we say yes, okay, thickness. Now to begin with, yes, okay, we're going to say yes, okay, thickness of the matching layer. Something that is going to yes, okay, be very, very important is going to be yes, okay, what is the thickness of the PCT? Right, okay. Which mainly means that, okay, yes, if we have a PCT, yes, okay, and looking at that from, yes, okay, from the side, because, okay, behind it is going to be, yes, okay, the backing material. In front of it is going to be, you can say, yes, okay, it's going to be, yes, okay, the matching layer. So we can mean is as okay that this dimension here, that's going to be as okay, we can say it's okay, the thickness of matching layer, whereas we can say it's okay. This dimension here, that's going to be as okay, the thickness of the PCT. And likewise, as okay, looking at okay, as the backing material, is okay, in this dimension here, is okay, is going to be as okay, the thickness of the backing material. Okay, but out of all these, that's okay, the one that is of the most importance for us will be as okay, the thickness of the of the PCT. Likewise goes, and that's why it's okay, I explained it. I want me to show that you guys understand these three dimensions here. There's also going to be as okay, the width of the PCT that is going to be of importance. It's also going to be as okay, the height of the PCT that is going to be of importance. Okay, but those heights and widths and yes, okay, thickness are something that okay, yes, we will come across as we go through different chapters. Okay, but what I want you guys to understand that okay, when I say width, is this dimension here. if I, for instance, okay, was a PCT. Okay, whereas if I say it's okay, the height is going to be this dimension from the top of my head to the bottom of my soles. Clear? Where you say thickness, well, okay, then you have to look at me from the side. And so, okay, yes, that's the dimension from, yes, okay, so the beginning of his belly to, yes, okay, to his back, or yes, okay, from the chest to the back of his, okay, upper back, or yes, okay, from the tip of the nose to the back of the head, or something like that. That's going to be, as okay, that thickness dimension. Is everybody clear about that? Okay, so as we, as okay, proceed on, these different dimensions as okay are going to be brought up. Okay, and they're going to, as okay, mainly be as okay important when we talk about, or when we refer to as okay, these dimensions of your PCT. Okay, because it's not only going to be as okay, we can say it's not only going to be as okay that the PCT has the capacity of converting one form of energy into another. But it actually is okay, it's going to be as okay, the shape, which is made up of what? Its height, its width, and its thickness. That is going to also affect the characteristic, or we can say, okay, parameters of your sound wave. So girls, if you girls remember, yes, okay, in an earlier chapter we said period was determined by transducer. Well, okay, now we can say okay, transducer has a lot of things, right? The actual thing in the transducer that determined the period of that sound wave will be the PCT. Likewise, the frequency of the transducer, that will be determined by the PCT. Okay, girls? And so will the wavelength. Okay, so the wavelength of your transducer is actually as okay determined by the PCT. So when we say transducer or source, well, okay, that was a broad term. We at that point specified on saying, no, yes, okay, it is the transducer. When we said source or your PCT, for your wavelength, frequency, and period, I told you, yes, okay, that is going to be the transducer. Right, okay. Now we actually, it's okay, we'll get more specific and say, no, it's not the transducer, it's actually, it's okay, within the transducer, it is going to be the PCT that will determine the wavelength. By determining the wavelength, it will determine the period. By determining the period, it will determine the frequency. Did you girls get that? Yes, my dear.
So the wavelength is determined by the PZT?
PCT.
Okay.
So weren't those the three main components that were determined by your source? Although we said that, okay, yes, it is also okay determined by medium, right? Okay. Okay. But that made as okay as an effect of okay as the changing speed of sound. Because what I said was that changing speed can lead to change in wavelength. Right, okay, and where is that the speed is going to change? when it goes through different mediums, right? Blood versus muscles versus tendon versus bone versus lung versus this versus that, right? These were all different medias, right? And what did they have? Different speeds. And those different speeds were going to lead to, yes, okay, you can say, okay, a change in the wavelength. But not vice versa. Did that make sense? So you might have been using, yes, okay, you can say, okay, two different transducers that produce sound waves of different wavelengths. But just because a transducer is, okay, produced a wavelength or produced a sound wave with a greater wavelength, didn't cause, or there was not going to cause that, okay, the speed of sound in muscle would be increased or decreased. Comparing it to, as okay, comparing it to a sound wave of produced by a transducer, we had a lower wavelength or shorter wavelength. Okay. So you can mean says, okay, the wavelength of the sound wave produced by the transducer was determined by the source. But as the speed of sound, changes in different media, that's okay, the wavelength also change. But when it comes to, yes, okay, we can say, okay, the wavelength of the sound produced by the transducer, that is going to be determined by the PCT. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Yes. No, girls. The question then just arises, okay, how thick is it that a matching layer is going to be? So what they mainly say is that the thickness of the matching layer is going to be equal to 1/4 of the wavelength. Is that clear? Now, what does that mean? We can just say, let's just say that, okay, as we had a sound wave. Or a cycle, right? This was a wave. Or yes, okay, we could call it as, okay, a cycle. Now we can make it says, okay, that the distance from here to here would be considered as, okay, it's wavelength. Right? Did you guys get that? Did you girls get that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let's just assume let's just assume that, okay, yes, that this distance here, the wavelength here is okay, was 1 centimeter. Okay, so that was the wavelength of a single cycle of the ultrasound. But when we really say that, okay, the thickness of the PCT actually is going to be equal to, okay, 1/4 of the wavelength, which in this case is, okay, is, in our example here is, okay, was 1 centimeter. That will mainly mean that, okay, yes, our thickness of the PCT actually is going to, is like that this dimension of your PCT actually is going to, is okay, be 1/4 of 1 centimeter, which means, yes, okay, we'll make it, because it's okay, 0.5 centimeters or 0.25 centimeters. Or we can say it's okay, 1/4 of a centimeter. Did that make sense? So if we, for instance, okay, just said, what if the wavelength was less than 1 centimeter? Let's say it's okay, what if the wavelength itself was 1/2 of a centimeter? In that case, that's okay. We will mean it as okay, that okay, as the thickness of your PCT then was going to, as okay, be 1/8 of a centimeter thick. Did that make sense?
How did you get the 1/8 of a centimeter?
Was 1/4 of a half. Just as I did here.
Sorry.
1/4 of 1 is 1/4. One-fourth of a half, which merely means, okay, a quarter of a half is going to be 1/8. Or yes, okay, if you go on and say, yes, okay, what if our wavelength was, okay, as 1/8 of a centimeter? Then, okay, as the thickness of your PCT is going to be as, okay, 1/4 over 1/8 of a centimeter, which is going to, as okay, be 1/24 of a centimeter. But you can mainly say, okay, just put it this way, that a transducer which has a greater wavelength will have, okay, as a greater PCT thickness. Where, okay, as the thickness, as the size of the wavelength produced by that transducer reduces further and further, the thickness of the transducer of the PCT is going to, okay, reduce even further. So the thickness of your PCT is equal to 1/4 of your wavelength. Where you say, okay, yes, this distance here is okay, was 1 centimeter. So 1/4 of that is going to be, it's okay, 1/4 of a centimeter. Just as you say, it's okay, I have $1. What is going to be 1/4 of $1? A quarter. Right? Okay. Or 25 cents. Now you take it's okay, a smaller unit of your dollar, of your currency, and say it's okay, a dime, which is 1/10 of $1. But then what is going to be as okay, the quarter of a dime? What's going to be a quarter of a dime then? One over 40th. Of $1. Or 1/4 of a dime. It's going to be quarter of a dime, which is going to be, it's okay, just be 0.025 cents. Rather than 0.25 cents or 25 cents. You can say as okay, a big pizza. You have a big pizza, my dear. And what do you get if he says, okay, big pizza? Where you divide the pizza into, as okay, 4 slices. You can make it as okay, each slice here is going to, as okay, be 1/4 of your pizza, right? But we have, okay, as a piece of this pizza is okay, that may be enough. Or you're gonna say, okay, I'm good, I'm full. Well, my dear, okay, as if you take a smaller pizza. Well, okay, and divide it into 4. Each slide here is still going to, yes, okay, be 1/4 of a slide of 1/4 of a pizza or pie. That's what 1/4 means. So if you said, okay, our wavelength was, let's say, okay, we go and say, okay, we have, okay, as a big wavelength of 4 centimeter. The thickness of your PCT is just going to is okay, 1/4 of the wavelength here, which is 1 centimeter, which was 4 centimeters. Which for me is okay, make it 1 centimeter thick. Whereas if you say, well, okay, if our transducers, okay, produce that sound wave with a shorter wavelength of, let's say, it's okay, just 1 centimeter. Then the thickness of our PCT is just going to, is okay, be 1/4 of this wavelength here. Whereas, okay, we can say 1/4 of 1 is 1/4 of a centimeter. Whereas if you reduce it even further and say, well, okay, what if we had a transducer that produced a wavelength of, let's say, is okay, 1/2 of a centimeter. then in that case, that's okay. The thickness of your PCT was going to be as okay 1/4 of that 1/2 centimeter, which becomes 1/8.
But you're talking about the matching layer, right? Not PZT.
Familiar?
Is it like a matching layer or PZT you're talking about? The matching layer has.
It's the matching layer.
Right.
Right now, we are talking about is okay, the thickness of your matching layer. Right, okay. But as I said earlier, it's okay, what is going to determine whether it's okay, our transducer produces a wavelength of, let's say, 4 centimeter. That itself is going to be determined by the PCT. Did that make sense? So back in chapter 3, when we said determined by source, and when we determine, yes, okay, when we specify that source more specific and say, because source could have been anything, source could have been your ultrasound machine, source could have been, yes, okay, your transducer. We say no, transducer. Now within the transducer, we get more specific. So when we said frequency is determined by your PCT, period by transducer. Period is determined by transducer. Wavelength as far as the source is concerned is determined by the transducer. That is now going to just okay, we are making that more specific now and saying no. Within the transducer, when we talk about it, it's actually going to be okay, the PCT. Okay, okay. But what we mainly is okay, just use as a reference here to say it's okay, compare the thickness of each component of the transducer and relate it to a common factor. We relate it to the wavelength. So we say, okay, we have a wavelength of this much produced by the transducer. Generally, how thick or thin is it that we want to keep the matching layer? It will be 1/4 of the wavelength produced by that transducer. So if your wavelength was 1 centimeter, your wavelength would be 1/4 of a centimeter thick. That's right. The PCT would be 1/4 of a centimeter thick. Did that make sense? Did that make sense?
Yeah,
Right, okay. But that size of the wavelength, or we can say the wavelength itself, as being produced by the transducer, that size or length of the wave, which we call wavelength, is actually going to be determined by the PCT. Okay. And okay, yes, later on in this chapter here, that's okay. We may is okay talk how that just okay makes sense. Any questions, girls? So girl, what was the main function of your matching layer. Its main function was to reduce the high impedance of your PZT. Right, okay. Why? Mainly because that PCT is okay as just by nature had a high impedance, so high that okay as if that wasn't reduced, it pretty much okay would have made that's okay our transducers unutilizable. Mainly because okay that high impedance made that's okay will cause that no sound wave produced by the transducer will be able to transmit from the transducer to the patient's body. And forget about as okay recording an image or getting an image. You really would have nothing done. Because the sound wave made is okay, just would have made a U-turn, yes, okay, in the transducer, and okay, went back to the system. Did you guys get that? Okay, so to reduce that impedance, that's why they say, okay, let's come up with something that okay can reduce the impedance of the PCT or piezoelectrical material or crystals, or what we later on refer to as an active channel, active element. So that's when there's okay introduced, there's okay used matching layer. So functionally, as okay, its job mainly as okay was just to reduce the impedance so that sound produced by the transducer could be transmitted. Clear? Okay. So yes, okay. The next point to remember is okay, yes. What is your impedance in a decreasing order? Or you can just go in the opposite direction, and that will be as okay in an increasing order. So we said PCT had the greatest. The impedance of your matching layer was going to be lower than the PCT. And it made us okay, that difference in the impedance that caused that okay as sound wave from the PCT actually is okay will be transmitted ahead. Clear? Okay. But it made us okay, it's going to just okay experience just okay lesser impedance when it comes through gel. Right, okay. You can also look at it in that way that okay, as without the gel, you would have experienced like a lot of okay resistance that skin would have offered as yes, okay, slide the transducer on top of yes, okay, skin without gel. Clear? So maybe as okay, the lubrication is okay as just one factor. But technically speaking, what we want to achieve by applying gel is to reduce the impedance that the sound wave experience, okay, would experience on its journey from transducer to patient's body. Okay, because if there's okay, if you experience okay a greater impedance that you're able to just okay overcome, you may just okay will just make a U-turn. So even if it left the transducer base, okay, got stuck at the gel, it will still not reach the patient's body, right? The sound wave, right? Did that make sense? So once it hits skin, well, okay, then you can say, well, okay, at least, okay, as now it's going to be as okay, the characteristic of the tissue itself that will determine a greater amount of energy reflect back, there's a lesser amount of energy reflect back. And that's going to as okay be determined by as okay the impedance of the tissue itself. Ish. Okay. Other point is, well, okay, yes. How thick is it that the PC, that's okay, sorry, matching layer is going to be? Clear? Okay. So yes, okay, what you may see is that, okay, as we go, yes, okay, through, yes, okay, the three different components that we were talking about. You may, yes, okay, compare, yes, okay, the thickness of these three, yes, okay, components, which the first was your matching layer to, yes, okay, a common factor or parameter, which was wavelength. And we said, well, okay, yes, the thickness of your matching layer is going to be the quarter of the wavelength. That's all you need to remember. 1/4 of the wavelength. So what would that mean? Whatever wavelength you have, you cut that wavelength into, yes, okay, 4 equal parts. And the thickness of each of those parts is going to be, yes, okay, going to be equal to, yes, okay, in this case, yes, okay, the thickness of your matching layer. Okay. That same will apply to, yes, okay, your backing material. So your backing material is also going to be equal, so the thickness of the backing material is also going to be equal to, yes, okay, 1/4 of the wavelength produced by that specific transducer. Whereas your mass PCT's thickness is going to be equal to half the wavelength. So a transducer that produced a wavelength of, let's say, it's okay, 1 centimeter, for instance. That's going to be because that transducer had a PCT which has a thickness of 1/2 centimeter. Did you guys get that? Any question, girls? Okay. Okay. So just take your lunch break. And I will see you ladies back at, should we say, 12 12:45. Okay. So what I would recommend you guys still do is, okay, look back at your impedance. If you still are in doubt, look at, okay, yes, your matching layer. Okay. And look at your piezoelectrical material, look at your piezoelectrical effect, which we did in the beginning of this chapter here. Okay, because, okay, when we come back, yes, okay, for today, usually, yes, okay, I don't. Okay, so we'll be skipping, yes, okay, yes, okay, we will do that tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk about, yes, okay, the backing material tomorrow. So we go back and we make this, okay, look a little further on, yes, okay, things about the piezoelectrical material. Okay, girls. So please make sure that you know, yes, okay, what a piezoelectrical material is, what a piezoelectrical effect is. And okay, as we can look a little bit more upon, is okay, some other characteristics of the piezoelectrical material.
Professor, sorry, what time did you say? 12:30?
Now, 12:45.
12:45? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So you got some time to just, okay, review the materials as well. Okay. Okay, so any questions, girls? Sorry. Any questions? Okay, ladies, so what did we say? We said that
He's working. He's not in the office. He won't be returning until August.
piezoelectrical material, we can say is okay, is a material that possesses piezoelectric effect. And what would that piezoelectrical effect here be? Yes, like you said, that will be, yes, okay, the capacity to convert one form of energy into another. Is that clear?
Can you read that out loud?
What? Piezoelectrical material is a material that possesses piezoelectrical effect. Now, what did we mean by piezoelectrical effect? It can mean that, okay, that will be as okay, the capacity of any material to convert one form of energy into another. Right? Okay. Which occurs in our transducers. Okay, we can say, okay, that conversion of energy is electrical to sound energy. Right, okay. Which will be as okay during transmission. And opposite during reception. It's going to be that, okay, that sound is converted to electrical energy. And that will be as okay during reception. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Now, we can actually say it's okay that the process by which or yes, okay, call yes, okay, piezoelectrical material we can say that's okay. Causes which is okay to cause conversion of energy from one form to another. That process is called polarization. Okay. So what did we have? We had piezoelectrical material. Clear. What was a piezoelectric material? A material that has or possesses a piezoelectrical effect. What did we mean by a piezoelectrical effect? We can mean it as, okay, that will be the capacity of any material to convert one form of energy into another form. Clear? Okay. But the process by which a piezoelectrical material converts a form of energy into another form of energy, that is going to be called polarization. Did that make sense? And at last, we can say that, okay. Polarization is achieved when the piezoelectrical material, yes, okay, reaches a temperature called, that can be called either the Curie temperature, or they may, yes, okay, also just call, yes, okay, the Curie point. Did you guys get that?
It's called the what?
The
How you
Curie
pronounce-
point,
Oh, Q.
Curie. So it can be called the Curie point or the Curie temperature. But what is it? The reason that I call it, okay, the Curie temperature is because it's going to be, okay, a certain temperature at which the piezoelectrical material will be able to, okay, polarize. Clear? What does it mean to polarize? That's actually, okay, going to be the process by which a piezoelectrical material is able to, okay, create a piezoelectrical effect. And what's going to be, okay, the result of a piezoelectrical effect? That the energy is converted from one point, from one form of energy into another. Now goes, why in the, do they call it the Curie point? Okay. Now the Curie point here is, okay, a Curie, the Curie, is mainly as, okay, just named after the scientist who first discovered Curie points or Curie temperatures for different piezoelectrical materials. Is that clear? Okay, so her together with her husband, it may have sounded, okay, like a very scientific marriage. Whereas, okay, he was actually, okay, the guy who is, okay, first discovered that, okay, certain materials has the piezoelectrical effect. Or may has, okay, discovered some piezoelectrical materials. Whereas she discovered that, okay, as certain materials only were able to be able to create a piezoelectrical effect at different temperatures. So every piezoelectrical material is going to have, yes, okay, its own piezoelectric, it's going to have its own Curie point. But that makes sense. Or let's just take you girls to the kitchen and say, well, okay, you, for instance, okay, want to toast a piece of bread. You put that in a toaster, right? Okay. Nowadays, that's okay. Toasters, that's okay. They don't really ask you for that's okay for setting the temperature and things like that. You can make it okay, turn on toast, and okay, we'll toast it. Or I mean, it's okay, just create a temperature. Okay, for a certain period of time, that's going to cause that. Okay, I want the toaster says ting. Yes, okay, your piece of bread is toasted. Right? Why? Because it reaches that curie point for it's okay for you to get okay as a toasted piece of bread. Did that make sense? Yes, okay, yes, and those toasters, yes, okay, you can now even yes, okay, air fry different things. So what is that going to do? You say, well, okay, fries, that's going to be yes, okay, a different piezoelectrical material. When did you get yes, okay, the right thing, which is going to be fries? Once they have been exposed for okay for that temperature, suitable temperature for us, okay, a certain amount of time. Right, okay. But let's say that okay, you put that piece of bread in a toaster. Or that's okay in an oven. And let's say it's okay, should have toasted at okay as 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's just assume that. But you set your oven on 500 degrees Fahrenheit. That be maybe it's okay. That most likely it's okay will be as okay the right temperature to yes okay. You can say it's okay. Make a piece of steak. Well, as far okay the bread is concerned, that's going to just okay turn into a piece of charcoal. Did that make sense? So just like everything yes okay gets prepared in the kitchen on yes okay on different temperatures. Likewise, is there going to be yes okay different materials or different piezoelectrical material which will have their own curie point. Okay, but what was that curie point? That was meaning it's okay going to be the temperature that a piezoelectrical material reaches to for it to get polarized. Which is mainly going to be it's okay the process by which a piezoelectrical material will be converting one form of energy into another. Or we can actually say, okay, we'll undergo or actually it's okay, we'll create a piezoelectrical effect. Right, okay. So you say, it's okay, I have an egg. If you boil it for too short a time, right, okay, it doesn't reach that temperature. Okay, you crack the shell, yes, okay, you may still have as okay an egg that looks pretty raw, right? Clear? Whereas if you say it's okay, if you boil it too much, okay, what will it become? It will become hard-boiled. Now, some people prefer hard-boiled eggs. Okay, that's their personal choice. But if you say, okay, what I want is okay as a soft-boiled egg. Okay, that'll be as okay that you heat it up just okay at that temperature at that point to get a soft-boiled egg, which will be as okay the curie point. Soft-boiled egg. Clear? So every piezoelectrical material has its own Curie point or its own Curie temperature. What is that Curie point or Curie temperature? The temperature at which that piezoelectrical material will polarize. What does it mean to polarize or polarization? That's me, yes, okay, going to mean that, or that's me, yes, okay, just going to be the process by which your piezoelectrical material creates a piezoelectrical effect. What does a piezoelectrical effect mean? Well, okay, as the ability or the process or the capacity of a piezoelectrical material to convert one form of energy into another. And any material that has that characteristic will be called a piezoelectrical material. Okay. But it has to reach that Curie point or Curie temperature to be able to cause okay, that's fine. Yeah. To cause, so what did they say? Okay, so yes, okay, it has to reach to that Curie point or Curie temperature to be able to create a piezoelectrical effect. Okay. Now you don't want it just, okay, be kept below that temperature. You don't want it to go beyond that temperature. But maybe that's okay. What happen is, okay, if it is below that Curie point, well, okay, yes, you will not be able to achieve a piezoelectrical effect. Or you can say, okay, why? Mainly because your piezoelectrical material is not able to polarize. Which means that's going to be the process by which, okay, yes, the energies are converted from one form to another, one form to another. Is there any question? Have you guys heard of Goldilocks and the Three Bears?
Yeah.
Good. So what did she want? Or what is it that she found in, okay, as that hut of where the three bears were living? One bed was, oh yes, okay, one stool was too big, one was too small, and one was just the right size, right? Then one bowl of porridge or oatmeal, as you girls may call it, was too hot. One was too cold, and one was just right. Then one bed was too soft, one bed was too hard, one was just right. So that's okay, wherever it is right, that's the Curie point. Did that make sense? Did that make sense, girls?
Yes.
Good. So what can happen, ladies? Okay, yes, that if you have a piezoelectrical material, and okay, yes, you can say, okay, exposed to temperature, which is not wrote in blue, blue, so blue is cold, below the Curie point or Curie temperature. Well, okay, we have, Galileo says, okay, that there will be as okay, no piezoelectrical effect. Why? Because of no polarization. And if there's no piezoelectrical effect, then okay, there's no conversion of one form of energy into the other. Where, okay, as on the other side, if you said, what is the piezoelectrical material, the PZT, for instance, that's okay, is exposed to temperatures that is beyond or greater than the Curie point. Clear. That actually is okay, will lead to, yes, okay, what we can call depolarization. Where depolarization here actually over me as okay. No, actually that's okay, the reverse of polarization. Where okay, as a result of that, depolarization what remains as okay, still an arrow as going to as okay, no. What the hell was okay? Isoelectrical effect. Okay. And mainly as okay due to this. That's mainly as okay, we say that okay as that we do not sterilize a transducer. Because what is it that we actually do when we sterilize? Or what we call as okay, sterilization. Practically go, that's going to yes, okay, that's going to yes, okay, cause that it will actually kill. And destroy. We can say, okay, all germs. Most likely, it's okay. What we talk about here is going to be as okay, bacteria that created spores. If you guys remember that from your patient care. Right, okay, and all impurities. Now goes for some as okay for equipment that needs sterilization. It made as okay, there's going to be equipments that are coming as okay in direct contact with mucous membranes. Only those kind of equipments will need sterilization. Clear? Okay. Now,
What did you say? It
How many-
says- I can't read your hearing right now, I'm sorry.
Sterilization will only be needed for materials or yes, okay, you can say equipments that are going to just okay come in direct contact with mucous membranes.
Okay, thank you.
Or we can say okay, inside or yes, okay, enter inside the body of the patient directly. Okay. Now, first of all, girls, your ultrasound transducer is not going to as okay be directly inserted into the body of a person. If it is going to be as okay inserted into the body of a person, what they may be using is going to be as okay what we call as okay probe covers or transducer covers, which is going to be as okay a bigger or smaller sleeve that made as okay we will put on top of the transducer. So that okay as it still doesn't come yes okay directly touch the inside linings or structures of the body, although being inserted. Okay. Now there's only mainly as okay 2 portals. Now they even come with a third one. Through which as okay a transducer may be as okay inserted into the person's body. One is a vaginal. So there's actually as okay going to be as okay transducers that they put in through the through the vagina. Right, okay, now primarily yes, okay, only she has okay, do yes, okay, what you can call yes, okay, scans of the uterus. And in some instances, okay, for yes, okay, your ovaries and things like that, or fallopian tubes. Okay. But we can still say as okay, the first priority will still be as okay to use as okay a regular transducer as okay scan those and try to scan those structures from the top of the abdomen. But it may be required to as okay use as okay will require transvaginal transducer. Okay. But that transducer mainly as okay is going to as okay be covered up in a cover. Because you're still going to use gel. So yes, okay, what it pretty much okay, yes, may look like that transvaginal, yes, okay, okay, has this R shape here. Where you mean it's okay, the actual is okay, matching there, all that will be here. But then you may as okay, just say, well, okay, yes, this is the covering. Because okay, although yes, okay, it still has to yes, okay, be yes, okay, inserted yes, okay, into the vagina, you still be yes, okay, using gel. Clear. Okay, I guess the last thing that somebody would like to do, or okay, would like to have you do is to scrape out all the gel from the vagina that was left mainly as okay as the transducer is pulled out. So mainly as okay to avoid that. And in this case, you can also say as okay, willingly or unwillingly as okay, mainly as okay, ensuring that okay, the transducer doesn't get yes, okay, direct contact with okay, yes, in this case, we can say okay, the walls of the vagina. Okay, that they use as okay, probe covering. Okay. In 99.999% of the cases, okay, this probe covering here is okay, what they use is okay as a plain condom. Okay, which means it's okay, just being slided on top of this the probe. So that's okay, the whole thing is mainly pulled out. And okay, you can maybe just take the transducer out and wipe it off the gel. Okay. Did that make sense, girls? So even though yes, okay, it is yes, okay, inserted into the body, but it doesn't actually is okay come in direct contact with the mucous membranes. Did you girls get that? Okay. Then yes, okay, another route through which okay, yes, an ultrasound probe may be inserted into yes, okay, inside the body. Is okay, yes, into the esophagus. And that's made as okay, something that they do when we carry as okay, when they say you do a TEE, which mainly means, or which mainly is okay, stands for trans esophageal echocardiography. But you mainly can say, well, okay, as what do they do? Mainly as okay, put the transducer through through what? That's okay, into the esophagus. And what is it that they do? It's okay to run an echocardiography of the heart. Why do they do it this way and not just okay from the surface of the chest? Mainly because okay, there may be okay people who okay at that time are standing and okay as playing around with the heart here. Okay, or they may okay actually okay want to follow on okay what goes on with the heart as okay as different things have been done, but there's not enough room here. But it's okay for any of those procedures and so on and so on. So yes, okay, you may ask, okay, now what about the patient? Well, okay, patient is sedated, which mainly means sleeping. Not just a regular sleep, because okay, anybody will wake up from a regular sleep if okay, something is being tossed down their throat. Right, okay. So this is a deep sleep. Okay. And again, here is okay, there's okay, the last thing that you would like to do is to have to scrape out jelly or gel from a patient's esophagus. So that's why it's okay, that transducer is still yes, okay, being covered with a probe cover. Okay. So that's okay. Although it's okay inserted into the esophagus, but it actually doesn't come in direct contact with the esophagus. Did that make sense? And okay, go. The last thing that I read about is okay, is that they now even is okay are trying to do rectal sonographies. You mean you can say it's okay now. That mean it's okay, just introducing the what you call it is okay, transducer through the anus into the rectum. Yes, my dear.
What would be that for if they can do a colonoscopy?
But my dear, your colonoscopy is only for what you want to call it. It's okay if you want to look inside the colon.
So what would they be looking for down there for a ultrasound?
Well, okay, I'm not going into the details of that, but our main is okay, assume things such as okay as prostates and so on. So
Oh, okay.
okay. Because okay, the prostate is actually is okay just at that lower neck of the urethra. But between is okay, you can say it's okay, the urinary bladder, the urethra and your rectum or lower colon. Yeah, you actually is okay, we'll find it. Okay. But not be able to physically view it, even if you pop a scope up in the rectum. You are not going to be physically see as okay, the prostate. So what it is going to do is going to send sound waves and okay, the reflection, you get a picture of okay, what's on the other side of the wall. Did that make sense? But yes, okay, again, that is only as okay if there is no other way around. But it's okay. T has been along for a long time. Transvaginal, yes, okay. Ultrasound has been around for a long time. Okay. As a matter of fact, that's okay. In early stages of conception. Well, okay, as a rigorous, okay, abdominal ultrasound is not going to show you much whether whether the woman has conceived or not. You will have to go, yes, okay, vaginally. Is that clear? And even yes, okay, in a vagina, yes, okay, well, okay, something that's okay, microscopic, like okay, how are you going to be able to just okay see that on a scan? But anyways, yes, okay, that's protocols. So girls primary is okay because that transducer never comes in direct contact with mucous membranes and so on. So that's why it doesn't need sterilization. Did that make sense? And okay, we already said that, okay, as if a transducer is okay, is inserted into the body, yes, okay. That is a possibility, but still then it will not get in direct contact with the mucous membranes and so on. So mainly because, okay, the transducer will still be covered by, okay, as what we can call a probe core. Okay, so that is mainly as okay, why we mainly says okay, as far as okay, as a transducer is concerned, disinfection is going to be enough. Clear? Okay. Now, a common disinfectant that we have out there is mainly as okay, what you call rubbing alcohol. What the hell is rubbing alcohol? It's a disinfectant. And what is it that a disinfectant does? Kills 99.9% of the germs, right? Or you can say at least get rid of it. Okay, where it's only as okay, sterilized as okay, pieces of equipment that is going to be as okay, 100% germ free. Why do they need to be so? Mainly because okay, that will be as okay, equipments, tools, utensils that are going to as okay, come in direct contact with a person's mucous membranes. Okay. The last time some of you went to get blood work done, why is it that, okay, yes, the person who draws your blood doesn't touch that needle? Well, there's going to be 2 or 3 major reasons. First of all, he or she doesn't want to pick him or herself on that needle, right? Okay. But the actual reason is that, okay, yes, because, okay, if he or she touches that needle, it's not considered sterile anymore. Now, why would it need to be sterile? Mainly because, okay, it's going to, okay, come in contact with your blood, where you want your blood to remain sterile. You don't want bacteria and germs that's okay in your bloodstream. That can make you sick as or whatever. Right? Now, girls, theoretically speaking, yes, okay. What they say is that, okay, the cleansing solution, or we can say a disinfecting solution for, yes, okay, for transducer has to be alcohol free. Why? Mainly because it says, okay, there is some, it's okay, some characteristics of alcohol that actually is okay, will, it's okay, can actually, it's okay, cause damage to the transducer. So don't disinfect it with an okay alcohol swab. Okay. You will see it in the lab that okay, as we have containers, okay, small spray bottles, they mean it's okay, just spray it and just wipe it off. That's all. Okay, but okay, I don't clean it with a alcohol swab. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So sterilization, that is mainly as okay, or sterilization of a transducer, if somebody wants to do that. Well, okay, yes, that is mainly as okay, just going to lead to, yes, okay, what we call depolarization. And what would depolarization mainly mean that okay, it's going to lose its capacity to polarize. And if something doesn't polarize, or if a piezoelectric material doesn't polarize, that means yes, okay, will cause that, okay, yes, it will not be able to, yes, okay, perform the process of that is required to convert one form of energy into another. Right, okay. Or we can say it's okay. During sterilization, yes, okay. Good is good. The Curie point, yes, okay, that is good. But then, okay, yes, too much good becomes bad. And here's okay, bad is mainly going to be, it's okay, that will cause depolarization. Or actually, it's okay, damage to the PCT crystals, active elements, or ceramics. And what are you ending up with then? Yeah, you may see physical, okay, this thing here looks like a transducer, but I may not be able to do its job anymore. Right, okay. Just like, okay, yes, it may say on, yes, okay, on the package of, okay, steaks that you girls bought for, yes, okay, for your 4th of July. Who enjoyed the rain yesterday? Yes, girls. Who enjoyed the rain? Nah, okay. So instead of having fireworks going up, it was rain pouring down, right? Okay. Okay. But that package of your steak may say, yes, okay, well, yes, okay, best prepared on this temperature. Clear? Whereas, okay, as if you forgot about it and it kept on, it's okay, just been baking, or cooking, or whatever. Then that's too much good becomes bad. And you come back to just, okay, you were steaks and see that, okay, they have turned into just, okay, piece of charcoal. Or at least something that looks like that. Okay. So mainly as okay, because temperatures above Curie point or Curie temperature is going to lead to depolarization, which will cause damage. As okay, may cause okay, loss of polarization of a piezoelectric material. That may mean it will not be able to perform the process of creating a piezoelectric effect. So the piezoelectric material means, okay, it loses its piezoelectrical effect and not going to be able to do its job. Just give me a sec, girls. I'll be right back. Okay, girls, any questions? Any questions? No? Okay. So, yes, okay, tomorrow we will be talking about the backing material, okay? Some of you may say, it's okay, Mike, you mean, yes, okay, just skip those 2.5 or 3 pages. Oh, okay. So we will talk about, yes, okay, the backing material, and then we will talk a bit about, yes, okay, what we can call, yes, okay, transducers, frequencies. Okay, and it will become more clear, yes, okay, when I say, well, okay, wavelength, blah, 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 is determined by PCT, yes. Okay, so. Okay, girlies. So I guess as far as me speaking, this was all I could offer for today. Anybody want to say something? Any last word of wisdom? Or you girls believe in silence is the best wisdom? The only person who tends to talk just smile. Okay, girls. Then you don't have to look at me anymore. And see you girls tomorrow then.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.